Hey all, Sir Monkey here, and I love Pokemon. I've played it since I was a little kid, and I instantly fell in love with the series. But since becoming an unofficial Pokemon nerd, I've also been interested in shiny Pokemon. For those that don't know, there is a 1 in 4,096 chance of any Pokemon you encounter having a different color and a sparkle animation playing when you find them, hence the title Shiny. Originally, Shinies were based off of simple color palette swap with no real thought put into them. But, starting in Gen 6, Shinies now have meaning and references in their color palettes. The only problem is that all of the Pokemon from generations 1 to 5 never really got updated. So that's what I'm here to do now. I have fixed the Shinies in Generation 1 to not only look better, but some even have little Easter eggs in them. I've designed these by going in dex order, so we'll start with Wartortle and Blastoise. For Wartortle and Blastoise, I wanted to try and make their Shinies resemble albino sea turtles, and that the blue skin gets lighter as the Pokemon evolves. But I also wanted there to be some contrast to the light blue, so I kept the Shiny Squirrel's green shell, and gave Wartortle some seafoam green colored wings and tail. I also decided on making Wartortle's eyes a more orange color, again for better contrast and to make them pop. Blastoise is now primarily a light aqua color, as his albinism completely takes over, making him almost white. His green shell is still present, and his cannons are now a darker gray to make him look more intimidating. Butterfree is obviously based on the pink Butterfree from the anime, but I tweaked the colors a little bit. The hands and feet are now a light purple to help them blend better with the body. I kept the green eyes from Butterfree's original shiny as a nod, and the green eyes also look really cool. I also tinted the wings a light blue to help make the pink body pop. Pikachu and Raichu are up next, and for Pokemon's mascot, I'm shocked that Pikachu's shiny hasn't updated in some way before. For Pikachu, my original idea was to make a silver Pikachu, since his original shiny color looked more like an orangey gold color to me. But after contemplating, I realized that I literally just made Togedemaru. But Togedemaru is also a Pikachu clone, so I guess it works. For Raichu, I made him a darker gray than Pikachu to give him that intimidating vibe. I also gave him Pikachu's cheeks, because why not? He looks like a little blushing Raichu, he's so cute! Next up we have Nidoqueen, and yeah, there isn't really much to say about her except for it's literally just Nidoking. This one was kind of a no-brainer, so I don't really have a lot to say here. I did give her red eyes to make her look more intimidating than Nidoking, cause Gaslight Gatekeep Girl Boss. Next up is Golduck, and this is honestly one of my least favorite shinies in Kanto. They had the opportunity to make Golduck look like Psyduck, but instead, they just made it a slightly darker blue and gave him sunburn on his beak. So I did what any sane person would do and I made him green! Nah, I'm just kidding, I made him yellow. But I did give it blue eyes to reference its non-shiny color. Now we have the two weird grass types in Kanto, Weepinbell and Victreebel. I looked at Bellsprout's shiny and saw that the only change was the leaves becoming yellow. So, like a lot of other grass shinies, I decided to go with the transition to fall theme. For Weepinbell, I made the leaves orange, gave the body a rotting fruit look, and gave it blue lips to show it's getting a bit colder, and because I thought it looked cool on Victreebel's shiny. Speaking of Victreebel, I made Victreebel's shiny a more enhanced version of Weepinbell's shiny. The leaves are now red, the body looks rotten with blue spots growing like mold on a fruit, and the lips are still blue. I think this one really says a lot about the economy today. Hey, what happened? What happened to the lights?
What happened to power?
Yeah, I know the lights just went out.
I will return power!
Just turn it back back on.
This
Yes, the backup generator.
money will not wait forever!
No, you're not getting paid overtime for this.
Oh, stupid! Stupid! Stupid!
Whatever. While my unpaid intern takes care of the lights, how about we look at Gengar, the next mon on this list? For Gengar, I leaned into Ghastly and Haunter shinies with their blue tints and more vibrant purples. The new shiny I created isn't very different from Gengar's normal colors, but I don't think it really has to be. Using the dark colors of blue and purple makes it still feel like a ghost without being too silly like Mega Gengar. I like to think that the blue eyes help it to sneak up on unsuspecting victims, making them easier to scare.
Let us begin.
Oh hey, the lights are back on. Anyway, next up is Cubone and Marowak. For Cubone, I gave the skull a darker gray, making it resemble that whole mother's skull as a helmet piece. I also gave Cubone darker skin to show that this Cubone has been fighting to stay alive, just like its mother Marowak. With Marowak, I kept the gray skull and darker skin, but the belly is now a normal color, showing that it has the survival instincts to at least not get as dirty when defending itself. I also gave Marowak crimson eyes, showing the fury that it will go into in order to save its young. The next are the evolutions with Vaporeon, Jolteon, and Flareon. I wanted to completely revamp the evolutions and make their shinies what type they're weak against. Starting with Vaporeon, water is weak to grass, so I gave Vaporeon a nice light green color with more foresty green scales. I also gave Vaporeon's cone thing, whatever that thing is, a light pink color to resemble a flower. Despite being one of the more basic shinies, I think this one's my favorite out of all of the ones I've made. Next for Jolteon, Electric is weak to ground, so I gave it a nice brown two-tone look. Now, I don't really like brown shinies. They look like poo, and they're just not memorable. But, to stick with the theme, I bit my tongue and made it brown. Some parts are more milk chocolate brown, other parts are more dark chocolate browns. A very basic recolor, but an effective one. Finally, we have Flareon, and fire is obviously weak to water, so I made Flareon an aquamarine, almost green color, with a dull pink tail and mane, showing that despite its color, it's still a fire type. And last, but certainly not least, we have Dragonite. This one was also another no-brainer. Dratini and Dragonair are both beautiful hot pink colors, and then this fat barf green dragon comes waddling along and makes me want to vomit. So I made the obvious choice and made Dragonite beige. I got you twice now. You really gotta stop falling for these, man. But really, I made Dragonite pink, just like its pre-evolutions. I also gave it a blue tummy, yellow eyes and antenna, and red wings. These choices are all to help the pink stand out and not make it look like a giant pile of bubblegum. And with that, we've come to the end of my new shinies. Looking back on all of them, I think these are some good concepts for revamped shinies. Well, let me know what you think down in the comments. Did I do a good job, or was it shit? What are some Pokemon shinies that you want to be altered? Maybe I'll do some. If this video does well, I'll make a part 2 with the Johto region. I'm a small creator, so any support goes a long way. If you like this video, like it and subscribe. Share it with your friends, tell your pals about the channel. And I'd also like to apologize for the lack of uploads. I took a break and really just took some time for myself, but now we're back and better than ever. I'll try to get back on my upload schedule of once a month, but maybe I'll do more if I have good ideas for content. Anyway, that's all from me. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will catch you guys later. Bye-bye! Yes, we can discuss your